Tonight, you do not need to force yourself into sleep. You only need to let your body remember that the day is over. So many nights, the mind grows quiet, but the body still stands guard, as if something must still be solved, watched, or carried. And if that has been your pattern, it does not mean something is wrong with you. It only means your system has practiced alertness for so long that it learned to perform it automatically, like a house with every light still burning, like a guard still waiting at the gate, like a river that forgot how to slow when evening came. But tonight, we begin something gentler. Tonight is not about trying harder. It is about creating the inner conditions where rest can finally recognize you, where safety no longer feels distant, where sleep is not chased, but welcomed. And as you settle into this moment, if you wish to return here with me each night, you may subscribe now and leave these words in the comments: I am ready to rewire. Let that intention be real inside you. Calm is learnable. Rest is learnable. And your body can remember a new way. Bring your attention now to the quiet space in the center of your chest. Not to analyze it, not to change it, only to notice that this space is here. Beneath the thoughts, beneath the habits of the day, there is a deeper rhythm already moving through you. A steadier intelligence, a softer pulse of life that has never been in a hurry. Imagine there is a gentle warmth behind your breastbone, like a small golden lantern glowing in the stillness. It does not demand anything from you. It simply shines. With every moment you rest your awareness here, that warmth begins to spread slowly, softly through the chest, across the ribs, around the heart, as if the body is being reminded that it no longer needs to brace. You may notice pressure there, or openness, warmth, heaviness, tingling, numbness, or almost nothing at all. Every sensation is welcome. There is nothing you need to perform, nothing to prove, nothing to hold together anymore. The body listens more deeply to repeated feelings than to passing thoughts. And tonight, you are offering it a new feeling. Not urgency, not demand, but steadiness, space, safety. Let that inner light expand a little more, as though it is reaching the places that have stayed guarded for too long. The front of the chest softens. The muscles around the heart no longer need to stand watch. The ribs unarmor little by little, and the whole center of you becomes less like a battlefield and more like still water under moonlight. Stress lingers not because you are weak, but because the body has memorized anticipation. It has learned to expect the next signal, the next task, the next reason to stay alert. And when that pattern repeats long enough, even nighttime can feel like another place to prepare instead of a place to restore. But the body can learn differently. It can be re-educated by gentle repetition. It can remember what peace feels like. It can recognize that this moment is not asking for defense. So stay here for a while in this quiet inner chamber. Let the chest become a meeting place where thought slows down and feeling becomes softer. As attention rests here, the mind does not need to lead. The body can begin to trust again, like instruments returning to tune, like a bell whose sound has already faded, but whose calm still fills the air. Your system begins to come back into harmony, and in that harmony, repair becomes more available. The night becomes less like a test and more like a homecoming. The body does not need a perfect command to relax. It only needs enough signals, enough moments, enough reminders that it is safe to loosen, safe to unclench, safe to stop rehearsing tomorrow. So let the glow remain. Let it widen without effort. Let it fill the chest, the ribs, the upper belly, the throat, with a quiet message that the body can understand. I am safe now. I am allowed to soften now. I am no longer required to stay on guard. And as that message settles deeper, the whole inner world becomes a little less sharp, a little more spacious, a little more ready for rest. Now let your awareness drift down into the abdomen, the place that so often holds what the mind cannot finish carrying. You do not need to empty it. You do not need to force it open. Just notice whatever is here. Any gripping, any holding, any quiet brace that has become so familiar, it almost feels normal. And let this be the moment you stop interrupting release. You do not need to force release. You only need to stop interrupting it. The belly softens in its own time. The muscles around it loosen like hands finally unclenching. Any hidden effort begins to melt, as if warm rain is falling across stone, as if tension is simply losing interest in staying. If emotions have been stored here, they do not need to explain themselves tonight. They can simply become heavier, quieter, less urgent, and begin to settle. Bring your awareness now to the chest again and feel how much less it needs to defend. The shield can lower. The armor can rest. This part of you has worked hard to protect what is tender, what is human, what is easily touched. But it does not need to stay guarded all night. It can soften without danger. It can open without fear. It can rest without losing its strength. Now the throat, the jaw, the mouth, the tongue. Let all the unsaid words loosen. Let the swallowed pressure soften. Let the need to explain, perform, answer, or prepare begin to leave the body. The jaw unhooks. The tongue rests. The throat opens like a clear passage with nothing caught in it anymore. Some parts of you are not tense because they are wrong. They are tense because they have been loyal guards. And tonight, those guards are allowed to stand down. Let that softening move into the shoulders now. Feel how much they have been carrying, how long they have been lifting what was never meant to be held without pause. And now, slowly, they lower. The weight drains from them. The upper arms grow heavier, quieter. The elbows loosen. The forearms unclench. The wrists release. The hands no longer need to grip the day. The fingers can uncurl as though a traveler has reached the door at last and set every bag down on the floor. Bring your awareness to the spine, that long inner corridor where old pressure often lingers. From the base of the skull down through the neck, between the shoulder blades, along the mid-back, through the lower back, let the whole column dim and soften, like lights being turned off one room at a time, like curtains lowering in an empty theater. Nothing is being demanded of your back now. It does not need to hold the posture of readiness. It can be supported. It can be received. Now the pelvis and hips. Let the deep holding there begin to loosen. Let the places that have stayed braced, guarded, or quietly tired feel the message of the surface beneath you. You are held. You do not have to hold yourself so tightly. The hips can widen into ease. The seat can grow heavier. The lower body can remember gravity as a friend. And now down into the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet. Let the legs become warm and heavy as if snow is melting from branches, as if effort is dripping away drop by drop. The knees soften. The calves release their long endurance. The ankles loosen. The soles of the feet stop preparing to move. Even the smallest muscles can rest now. Even the furthest edges of the body can receive stillness. And finally, bring gentle awareness to the face. The forehead smooths. The space between the brows opens. The eyes rest deeply in their sockets. The cheeks soften. The scalp loosens. Nothing in your face needs to stay alert. Nothing in you needs to look ready anymore. If you notice warmth, tingling, heaviness, numbness, restlessness, or almost no sensation at all of it is welcome. The body does not relax in one perfect way. It relaxes honestly. It relaxes gradually. It relaxes when it feels no longer watched, no longer pushed, no longer corrected. So let this be enough. Let each part of you soften by permission, not by pressure. You do not need to force release. You only need to stop interrupting it. And now, from head to toe, the whole body begins to understand. The guard is lowering, the burden is leaving, and the night is safe enough to enter. Now you can let go of the effort of managing this day. You do not need to keep supervising every thought, every feeling, every unfinished thread. The body does not heal best when it is being constantly watched. It heals when it is allowed to return to its own quiet intelligence, the deeper wisdom that knows how to restore, rebalance, and repair without being forced. So for this moment, you are allowed to set everything down. The role of the helper, the achiever, the fixer, the protector, the one who keeps everything moving. You do not need to carry those identities into the night. You can place them gently beside the bed, like armor no longer needed, like a final report already turned in, like a courtroom closing after every argument has ended. Nothing more is required of you here. If the mind still wanders, let it wander without fear. If a thought appears, let it pass like a spark in a dark sky. A spark is not a wildfire. A drifting mind is not a failure. It is only the old habit of motion, slowly discovering that it no longer has to run. And each time you notice that movement, you can return gently, without judgment, without urgency, back to this feeling of being held. Surrender is not defeat. It is not giving up on life. It is only the end of unnecessary effort. It is the moment you stop guarding every doorway inside yourself. The moment you stop treating stillness like danger. The moment you allow rest to be enough. You are allowed to disappear from effort. You are allowed to be unproductive inside the night. You are allowed to release the pressure to solve, improve, prepare, or become. Nothing is collapsing because you are resting. Nothing is being lost because you are letting go. In fact, something deeper begins to return when control softens. A quiet trust, a steady openness, a sense that life can continue without your constant strain. Imagine now a wide open field after harvest, empty and peaceful with nothing left to prove, or a sky full of clouds no longer being asked to keep their shape. Let yourself become like that, unheld, unforced, unburdened. Let the inner grip loosen around outcomes, around timing, around whether this is working or not. It is enough that you are here. It is enough that you are willing to soften. And if some part of you still wants to monitor, still wants to check, still wants to stay slightly alert, let that part be met with kindness too. It has been trying to protect you, but tonight, it does not need to work so hard. Tonight, it can rest inside something larger than effort, so let the day release its claim on you. Let every inner contract of pressure quietly dissolve. Let the night receive you exactly as you are, with nothing added, nothing performed, nothing defended. And in that surrender, a deeper peace begins to open. Now you begin to drift toward that quiet borderland between waking and sleep, where the mind no longer needs to move in straight lines. Thoughts become softer here, less urgent, less interested in organizing the world. The edges of attention grow dimmer, like lanterns fading in distant windows, like a shoreline at dusk, slowly losing its sharpness. You do not need to hold on to anything. You do not need to keep track of every word. As the body feels safer, the mind often becomes more fluid, more image-like, more open to gentle association. This is natural. This is welcome. Nothing is going wrong. You are simply moving closer to the threshold where effort loosens and deeper receptivity begins. You may notice that thoughts no longer arrive as clearly. They may blur, drift, dissolve, or turn into fragments of image and feeling. Let that happen. Let the mind become like a train, quietly leaving the station, carrying away the need to manage to focus, to stay so defined. Let a soft veil settle over the bright edges of thought. This is the doorway, the gentle space between thought and dream, between doing and receiving, between the world you have been carrying and the deeper world waiting underneath it. And if you lose track, that is not a mistake. If you drift, that is not failure. Losing track is part of the crossing. Drifting is part of the opening. So let yourself float here in this quiet in-between, where nothing needs to be held together anymore, and where the mind becomes still enough, soft enough, open enough to welcome something new. And now, your body is quiet enough to receive. When the body softens, the inner world becomes more open, more impressionable, more willing to accept a new meaning. What is repeated within begins to feel familiar, and what feels familiar becomes easier for the mind and body to recognize as true. This is how deeper patterns begin to shift, not through force, but through gentle repetition. So remain here in this softened state where nothing is strained and nothing is rushed. Let yourself be calm, receptive, and inwardly still. A new pattern can be welcomed here. A new emotional memory can begin here. And as you rest in this openness, you are ready to enter the deeper work now. Ready to let the subconscious receive what the waking mind no longer needs to control. You wake into a morning that feels different, not dramatic, not distant, just quietly changed in a way your body recognizes before your mind finds words for it. The room is still. Pale gold light rests softly against the curtains, and the air feels clean, calm, untouched by urgency. You lie there for a moment and notice something simple, something that used to be rare. Your jaw is loose. Your chest is light. Your stomach is not bracing for the day before it begins. You do not wake as if chased. You do not wake as if you are already behind. You wake as if there is space for you here. The first thought lands gently. It does not strike. It does not warn. It arrives like a quiet truth. I am here, and I am safe in this moment. You feel the sheets against your skin, the softness of the pillow, the steady weight of your own body, resting exactly where it is meant to be. Nothing is demanding you yet. Nothing is pulling at you. The old compulsion to reach, to check, to prepare for something unnamed is softer now, weaker than it once was. Your phone is nearby, but you leave it untouched for a few extra moments, and in those moments, you feel your power returning. not through force, through choice. You open your eyes fully and let the morning come to you. Light touches the room without asking anything from you. The quiet is no longer empty. It feels supportive, almost sacred in its ordinariness. This is how peace begins. Not in spectacle, in small things, in the way the body rises without resistance, in the way the breath moves without effort, in the way the mind no longer rushes to fill the silence with fear. You sit up slowly, and your body follows you with ease. Your shoulders are not carrying yesterday. Your face is soft. Your hands are relaxed. Even the space behind your eyes feels clear, as though some long inner storm has finally passed, and what remains is stillness you can trust. Your feet touch the floor, and the cool surface beneath them feels real grounding, immediate. You are in your life now, not in imagination, not in anticipation. Here, present, steady. The room around you holds familiar shapes, familiar textures, and yet everything feels slightly different because you are different within it. You stand, and there is no rush in the movement, no invisible pressure pushing you ahead of yourself. You walk to the window or toward the door or simply across the room, and even this small crossing feels changed. You are not dragging yourself into the day. You are entering it. In the kitchen, the morning continues in quiet details. A glass of water catches the light. The surface gleams for a second, reflecting gold across the counter. The air is cool. The room is still. You pour, you sip, you swallow, and it feels like your body receives this care completely. The simple act of drinking water feels different when you are no longer abandoning yourself in your own mind. Everything ordinary becomes evidence. The mind responds not only to what has happened, but to what is repeated with feeling. And here now you are rehearsing something new so vividly that it begins to feel familiar. The light, the room, the calm in your chest, the unhurried pace, the quiet dignity of not needing to panic in order to begin. Your system is learning this pattern. Your inner world is recognizing this as home. You move through the next small moments with an ease that no longer feels unnatural. You wash your face. You notice the cool water on your skin. You catch your reflection, and there is something more settled in your eyes. Not perfection, not performance, just presence. You look like someone who no longer needs to fight themselves to make it through the day. And this future version of you is not a stranger. This self is not far away. This self is built in these moments, in this tone, in this repeated inner experience. A calmer morning, a softer first thought, a body that does not wake in defense, a mind that does not immediately search for danger. This is how the new identity begins to feel natural. You hear the subtle sounds of morning around you, the quiet hum of the room, the faint movement of air, the soft rhythm of your own life beginning without conflict. And with each detail, the feeling deepens. You are becoming emotionally familiar with peace. You are teaching your body that safety can be the first language of the day. You do not need to force belief. You only need to enter the scene, to let it become known, to let the nervous system feel what it is like to wake without dread, to move without bracing to exist, without constant inner urgency. This is enough. This is powerful. This is how your future self becomes real to you. So remain here for a moment longer, in the pale gold light, in the quiet room, in the cool touch of the floor, in the clear stillness of your chest, in the extra space before you reach for the world. Let this ordinary, beautiful morning settle into you. Let your body memorize it. Let your mind accept it. This is you. Not someday, not in fantasy, in pattern, in rehearsal, in becoming. You move into the day with a new kind of steadiness, and the difference is subtle enough to be real. Time no longer feels like something hunting you. The hours are still full, the world is still moving. People still speak messages, still arrive, doors still open and close. But inside you there is more room, more breath, more permission to exist without proving, defending, or rushing. You step into ordinary spaces and feel less pressured by them. A hallway, a sidewalk, a train platform, an office, a cafe, a doorway before entering a room. Each place that once tightened something in you now meets a softer version of your presence. Your hand rests on a door handle for a moment before you walk in, and instead of bracing, you feel grounded. You know how to enter your life now without shrinking or performing. Sunlight moves through city glass, scattering brightness across the floor, across tables, across the edges of things. You notice it. That is part of the change. Your attention is no longer trained only on what is missing or what might go wrong. It begins to register openness, warmth, possibility. An open notebook on a desk feels less like pressure and more like space. A conversation feels less like a test and more like a meeting. A full table, a shared laugh, kind eye contact, a path opening through a crowded place. These become signs that life is not closing against you. It is making room for you. And abundance begins here, not as denial, not as pretending everything is perfect, but as a nervous system finally allowing itself to receive. A kind word, a clear idea, a practical opportunity, enough money for what matters, the wisdom to choose well, the calm to recognize what is already arriving. You speak with people and feel less fear underneath your words. Your voice is softer, steadier. You do not over-explain your worth. You do not chase approval in every expression on someone's face. You listen. You respond. You stay with yourself while being with others. And because you are no longer coming from chronic lack, your energy changes. The way you interpret things changes. The way you notice openings changes. The way you move toward work, money, opportunity, and connection begins to shift in quiet, reinforcing ways. You look at your day and no longer see only pressure. You see choice. You see sequence. You see what matters first. You see that enoughness can exist even while life is still unfolding. Internal sufficiency begins to shape external experience. You make decisions with less panic. You notice possibilities that fear would have hidden. You feel worthy of support, worthy of progress, worthy of being met well. And so the world starts to feel different, not because it has become unreal, but because you are no longer meeting it from emptiness. You are walking through it with secure belonging. You belong in the room. You belong in the conversation. You belong in the life that is opening. You belong in moments of ease. You belong in practical abundance. You belong in a future that does not require self-abandonment to reach it. Let that widen now. Let the scene expand. More light, more space, more people who meet you kindly, more opportunities that feel aligned instead of desperate, more evidence that receiving can be safe, more evidence that peace and progress can live in the same day. This is how abundance grows first inside your capacity to receive it. Now you begin to feel the emotional truth of this new self settling deeper into the body. First, as relief, Gentle, unmistakable relief. The kind that arrives when you realize you no longer have to fight yourself in every moment. The kind that moves through you like a warm current through the torso, loosening what has been held too tightly for too long. Your hands no longer need to clench around nothing. Your chest no longer needs to guard against every possibility. Your body begins to understand that it is safe enough to soften, safe enough to stop waiting for the next disturbance, safe enough to receive something good without suspicion, and that relief matters. What feels meaningful becomes easier for the mind to keep, easier for the body to remember. Emotion teaches the system what is important. So you let this feeling matter. You let it register. You let the calm become significant. Then relief turns quietly into gratitude. Not forced, not exaggerated, just real. Gratitude for this moment of inner agreement. Gratitude for the silence where conflict used to be. Gratitude for the simple fact that you can feel peace returning and recognize it when it comes. You feel it like sunrise over a still lake. Soft light spreading over calm water. Nothing rushing, nothing proving. Just a quiet widening of beauty. A quiet recognition that something in you has changed and changed in the direction of wholeness. Then joy begins to appear, but softly. Not loud, not performative. A clean, steady joy. Like a room filled with fresh air after a storm. Like standing in a space that has been cleared. Like realizing you are no longer at war with your own becoming. And beneath that joy, something even deeper opens. Love, reverence, a tender respect for your own life, for your own heart, for the self that kept going, kept adapting, kept surviving, and is now learning how to live with more ease. You feel love for the person you are becoming, not because you are finally perfect, but because you are finally meeting yourself without rejection. You may even feel the quiet truth rise from within. I am safe to receive. I am safe to soften. I am safe to let good things stay. Let that truth echo gently. Let it move through your body. Let it reach the places that still expect struggle. Let it touch the parts of you that forgot what ease feels like. The more deeply you feel this, the more natural it becomes. The more natural it becomes, the more fully your system begins to believe it. So stay here in this emotional stillness. Relief becoming gratitude. Gratitude becoming joy. Joy becoming love. Love becoming a sacred kind of trust in your own life. And let your whole being learn this feeling as real, as safe as yours. Now gratitude begins to settle into you in a grounded, honest way. Not as pressure to feel positive, and not as a way to deny what has been hard, but as a quiet recognition that you are no longer living only in defense. Something in you is opening enough to notice what has always been carrying you, even in silence. You feel gratitude for your body, even for the parts of it that learn to stay alert, tense, protective. Your body was trying to keep you safe. In every tightened muscle, in every restless thought, in every moment of over-preparing, there was an effort to protect your life. And now, instead of rejecting that, you meet it with understanding. You let gratitude soften the relationship. You feel gratitude for the mind's ability to adapt. The mind can learn. The heart can reopen. The nervous system can begin again. New emotional patterns can be rehearsed until they feel natural. New states can become familiar. New peace can become believable. This moment itself is proof that change does not always arrive through force. Sometimes it arrives through repetition, gentleness, and willingness. Gratitude grows quieter, deeper, for rest, for softness, for support, whether seen or unseen, for another night to return to yourself, for another chance to choose a steadier inner world, for the self beneath performance, beneath pressure, beneath all the roles and defenses. The truest part of you is still here, untouched, waiting to be felt again. Imagine candlelight in a quiet room, folded blankets, rain resting against the windows, a path lit only one step ahead, yet somehow that one step is enough. Seeds resting in dark soil, not failing, not lost, simply preparing in silence for what will come next. This is the feeling of gratitude now. Not dramatic, not loud, deeply rooted, deeply aware, and gratitude changes attention. It helps the mind notice safety, support, and sufficiency more easily. It teaches your inner world to register what is steady, what is kind, what is already here. So you allow each truth to land on its own. Thank you for the breath still moving. Thank you for the body still trying. Thank you for the softness returning. Thank you for the support I am learning to receive. Thank you for the peace that is becoming familiar. Thank you for the life unfolding toward me even now. This is future memory. Gratitude for what is already on its way. Gratitude not because you can see every detail yet, but because something in you knows the path is opening. The life meant for you is not absent. It is forming. It is approaching. It is growing in ways both visible and invisible. So you rest in this feeling a little longer. Gratitude for what has carried you. Gratitude for what is changing within you. Gratitude for what is already becoming possible. And in this gratitude, your whole being learns again that it is safe to receive, safe to trust, safe to let the future arrive with grace. Let these words enter softly and let them enter deeply. You are not trying to become someone false. You are naming what is already beginning to live inside you. You are giving the new self-language rhythm and form. And as these truths repeat in a calm and open state, they settle more easily into the deeper mind. So listen, feel, allow each line to become familiar. I am safe in stillness. I am safe in my own body. I am safe to soften. I am safe to receive peace. I am no longer rehearsing danger. I am no longer preparing for pain that is not here. I am available for peace. I am available for ease. I am available for a gentler life. I am worthy before I achieve. I am worthy before I prove. I am worthy without urgency. I am enough now. I am enough in this moment. I am enough even in stillness. I am enough without performance. I am enough without permission. I am enough as I am. I am becoming familiar with ease. I am becoming familiar with calm. I am becoming familiar with inner safety. I am becoming familiar with emotional rest. I am learning a new way to be. I am learning to trust what feels steady. I am learning to remain with myself. I am learning that peace can stay. I am receptive to good things. I am open to support. I am open to love. I am open to aligned opportunities. I am open to practical abundance. I am open to what nourishes me. I am open without fear. I am open without losing myself. I am calm power. I am grounded presence. I am self-trust. I am inner coherence. I am emotional clarity. I am peaceful strength. I am soft and secure. I am steady and whole. I already belong in the life I desire. I already belong in peaceful spaces. I already belong in healthy love. I already belong in secure connection. I already belong in calm success. I already belong in a life that fits my soul. I already belong where I am respected. I already belong where I am valued. I am not chasing worth. I am not abandoning myself. I am not shrinking from what is meant for me. I am not living in lack. I am not defined by old fear. I am not the urgency I once carried. I am not the tension I once repeated. I am free to be new. I am peace within my own mind. I am peace within my own heart. I am peace within my own life. I am the one who stays. I am the one who trusts. I am the one who receives. I am the one who remembers. I am the one who becomes. And if this identity feels true in you, you may seal it gently now. Whisper it in the comments, "I already am." And subscribe so we continue this, becoming together, calmly, steadily, one night at a time. Let the strongest lines remain. Let them echo without strain. I am safe in stillness. I am worthy before I achieve. I am becoming familiar with ease. I am open to receive. I already belong. I am enough. I already am. Now, the new identity begins to move outward into daily life, into behavior, into tone, into the small signals that quietly confirm who you are becoming. What repeats within you begins to echo through your choices. The outer life does not change all at once, but it does begin to reflect the state you practice most often. So let these words become evidence in motion. I move through my day without rushing my worth. I move with steadiness. I move with self-respect. I move without abandoning myself. I respond more than I react. I pause before I speak. I choose from clarity. I trust calm decisions. I let wisdom arrive before urgency. I notice opportunity without fear. I recognize what is aligned. I welcome what supports me. I see practical abundance around me. I allow good things to be visible. I allow rest without guilt. I allow pauses without shame. I allow softness without weakness. I allow ease without suspicion. I allow enough to be enough. I speak with a softer voice. I carry a less defended posture. I let my body signal safety. I let my presence signal peace. I let my energy speak before words do. I choose a wiser yes. I choose a cleaner no. I honor what feels true. I release what drains me. I trust the guidance of inner steadiness. I take my time when time is needed. I do not perform panic. I do not force outcomes. I do not chase what is not for me. I remain available for what is right. I notice the small evidence. I notice the slower reply. I notice the calmer tone. I notice the relaxed shoulders. I notice the clearer mind. I notice the stronger boundaries. I notice the gentler way I return to myself. I act like someone who belongs. I choose like someone who is worthy. I rest like someone who is safe. I speak like someone who trusts life. I live like someone who no longer needs fear to function. Behavior is the outer echo of what is practiced within. And now your daily signals begin to match your deeper truth. Not perfectly, but consistently. Not loudly, but clearly. The new self is no longer only imagined. It is becoming visible in the way you move, choose, receive, and remain. Let that settle. Let it become natural. Let it become your evidence. Let this final part of the reprogramming remain simple, quiet, unforced. You do not need intensity for this to work. You do not need perfection for this to last. Repetition matters more than intensity. Gentleness repeated becomes belief. Calm repeated becomes identity. What you return to again and again begins to shape you from within. So for tonight, let this be enough. Let the new self stay uncomplicated, safe, worthy, open, steady, already forming beneath the surface of thought, already being received by the deeper mind. You do not have to keep forcing it now. You do not have to monitor it. You do not have to make anything happen. The work continues beneath conscious effort. The mind keeps listening. The body keeps learning. The inner self keeps recognizing what is true. And if you want to mark this moment softly, you may leave these words like a seal, I already am. Let that be your quiet commitment. Not pressure, not performance, just remembrance. This identity is becoming more natural. This peace is becoming more familiar. This inner safety is becoming more stable. And what you practice tonight continues, even as you let go. You do not need to keep holding the image now. You do not need to repeat the scene again and again. What was needed has already been touched. The door has already opened. And now the picture may soften, blur, and drift, while the feeling stays gently alive within you. Let the image fade the way a balloon rises out of sight into the night sky. You do not chase it. You do not pull it back down. You simply watch it go, knowing it has already done its work. The form can leave. The frequency remains. The mind often thinks it must keep showing the same picture to make something real. But now there is nothing to force, nothing to rehearse, nothing to hold in place. Images open the door. Feeling stays in the room. And you are allowed to rest in the feeling alone. So let the scene dissolve like footprints disappearing after the traveler has already arrived. Let it fade like a note that is no longer needed once its meaning has entered the heart. Let it soften like the moon's reflection on water when clouds pass above it. The reflection may shift, but the moon is still there. The truth remains, even when the picture changes. You do not need effort now. Effort belongs to the waking mind. And when you keep forcing an image, you invite the body back into doing, back into strain, back into the old habit of trying. But this is not the hour for trying. This is the hour for allowing. So keep only the warmth. Keep only the relief. Keep only the quiet certainty. Keep only the inner sense that it is done, that it is safe, that something beautiful has already been accepted by your deeper being. Let the picture go. Keep the peace. Let the details go. Keep the knowing. Let the scene float farther and farther away until all that remains is a calm, steady feeling, resting softly in your chest, in your mind, in your body, and that is enough, more than enough. Now you can rest even deeper inside the feeling, because the feeling itself is becoming clear, quiet, and whole. It is no longer scattered in many directions. It is no longer mixed with urgency, doubt, or the old noise of survival. It is settling into one gentle signal, like radio static dissolving into music. Something within you becomes easier to receive. The interference softens. The strain loosens. The inner world is no longer pulling against itself. Thought does not need to argue with desire. The body does not need to brace against goodness. The heart does not need to question what it already knows. And when these inner movements become less conflicted, life often begins to feel clearer, steadier, more open. You are not forcing a message outward. You are simply becoming coherent within yourself. You are becoming like still water that can finally reflect the stars without distortion. You are becoming like threads once tangled now, gently drawn into one fabric. You are becoming like a compass that no longer spins because it has remembered where north is. There is nothing grand you need to declare, nothing dramatic you need to prove. This is quieter than that, more natural than that, a soft alignment, a calm agreement between your inner states, a subtle harmony where your thoughts, your feelings, and your body begin resting in the same direction. And in that coherence, your presence changes, not by force, but by resonance. What belongs with peace is drawn toward peace. What matches clarity finds clarity. What has long waited for your readiness can now begin to meet you in gentler ways, not because you are chasing it, but because you are no longer sending mixed signals into your own field. We can think of it simply like this: when the inner waters are stirred, reflection breaks apart. When the waters grow still, what is already above becomes visible below. So let yourself be still now. Let yourself be simple now. Let yourself be one quiet note held gently through the night. You do not need to ask how. You do not need to manage the unseen. You only rest as the signal becomes clean. You rest as the static falls away. You rest as the music remains, and what is meant for you can begin finding you through that music. At night, the outer world loosens its grip. The noise dims. The brightness recedes. The constant invitation to react, answer, compare, and perform begins to fall away. And in that soft reduction, something inward becomes easier to hear. There is a quiet wisdom in darkness. Not because it grants special powers, not because it asks you to believe anything forced, but because it removes so much that usually calls for your attention. When the visible world grows still, the inner world often rises more gently to the surface. Feelings, symbols, memories, and quiet insights can appear with less interruption, like stars becoming visible only when the sky is dark enough to receive them. So this night becomes a kind of inner sanctuary, a midnight chapel within you, a silent observatory where nothing needs to be solved, and yet much may be softly seen. The mind no longer has to reach so far outward. It can turn inward without effort. It can rest near the ink-blue horizon of your deeper self, where meanings are felt before they are spoken. And perhaps there is a small inner window opening now, not through force, not through strain, but through stillness. A subtle place of inner vision, a gentle chamber of knowing, not something to analyze, only something to allow. The more the night wraps around you, the more natural it becomes to listen beneath the surface. We often notice more in quiet hours because the day asks less of us then. The body lowers its guard. The senses stop reaching so hard. And what has been waiting patiently in the background may rise with more grace. A truth, a comfort, a direction, a feeling of being guided without needing every answer at once. So let this darkness be kind. Let it be velvet, sacred, spacious. Let it hold you like a great calm sky around a single steady light. You do not need to search for insight. You do not need to make anything happen. You only rest inside the hush and trust that what belongs to you can reach you here softly in the stillness of the night. The day is over. Nothing is asking you to perform. You do not need to finish becoming. You do not need to prove that you are ready. You do not need to carry the weight of the day any farther into this night. You have done enough. You are enough. And now, the body can begin to understand what the mind no longer needs to hold. Your body may rest now. Let those words land softly inside you, not as an instruction, as a permission, as a truth that has been waiting patiently beneath every layer of tension. Your body may rest now. It does not need to stay prepared. It does not need to keep rehearsing danger. It does not need to keep listening for what might go wrong. Tonight, it may remember something older than fear, something wiser than effort, something gentle and original. I am safe to soften. You can let that be simple. You can let it be enough. Safe to soften, safe to unclench, safe to loosen the inner grip, safe to stop standing guard over every unfinished thought, safe to let the shoulders drop, the jaw ease, the chest quiet, the stomach uncoil, safe to be here without defending yourself from the next moment. Nothing is asking you to perform. Not this bed, not this darkness, not this silence, not the life that is still unfolding beyond what you can see. There is no test here, no audience here, no requirement to manage how you are perceived, no need to stay bright, capable, prepared, or strong for one more minute. This hour does not ask for performance. It asks only for surrender into peace. The day is over, and with it, the old roles may loosen. The old scripts may dim. The old pressure to carry everything through force may begin to dissolve. You are no longer in the part of the day that demands output. You are in the part of the night that restores what effort could never restore. You are in the quiet place where being matters more than doing. I already am. You do not need to become worthy in your sleep. You do not need to chase what belongs to you. You do not need to earn what is aligned with your nature. I already am. Let that line rest in you like a warm light with no strain in it. I already am. Not someday. Not after one more improvement. Not after one more victory. Already. Here. Beneath all the noise. Beneath all the waiting. Beneath all the old rehearsals of not enough. Your body may rest now, and perhaps your body has wanted to hear that for a very long time. Perhaps it has been waiting for someone to tell it that vigilance is no longer the only form of intelligence, that peace is also intelligent, that softness is also wise, that rest is not failure, that slowing down is not falling behind, that there is a deep form of healing that only begins when the body no longer feels watched, judged, or driven. I am safe to soften, even now, especially now. In the dark, in the quiet, in the privacy of your own inner space, you are allowed to soften without explanation. You are allowed to release the habit of bracing. You are allowed to feel held by nothing more dramatic than stillness. The nervous system can learn a new rhythm here. The muscles can release old instructions. The breath can become less of a worker and more of a cradle. The day is over. Let that line return like a bell heard from far away. The day is over. What was unfinished can remain unfinished for now. what was unresolved, can rest outside this room, outside this moment, outside this soft descent into sleep. You do not need to solve your life tonight. You do not need to carry tomorrow into bed with you. The day is over, and the night has opened a kinder doorway. Nothing is asking you to perform, not even healing, not even peace. You do not need to perform calm perfectly. You do not need to succeed at resting. You do not need to monitor whether you are doing this well. There is no way to fail at softening when softening is allowed to happen gradually. There is no grade for surrender. There is only the quiet invitation to stop pushing. I already am. I already am loved enough to rest. I already am worthy without effort. I already am held by something deeper than thought. I already am more than the roles I played today. I already am not required to chase what is mine. I already am allowed to receive. Your body may rest now. Let those words echo wider now. Not only in the muscles, but in the spaces behind the muscles. Not only in the skin, but in the hidden places where memory has been stored. Let the body hear that it does not need to rehearse survival in order to stay safe. Let it hear that the room is quiet. The night is gentle. The moment is kind. And the deeper self is watching over everything that does not need your conscious control. I am safe to soften, safe to let the thoughts grow slower, safe to let the emotions become lighter, safe to let the body sink, safe to be unguarded for a while, safe to loosen the story, safe to leave the day behind. The day is over, and now you are returning to something ancient and merciful. Sleep does not ask you to be impressive. Sleep does not ask you to be productive. Sleep does not ask you to hold yourself together by effort. Sleep receives you as you are. Sleep meets you beneath your strategies. Sleep welcomes you without condition. Nothing is asking you to perform. You may simply be. You may simply exist in this soft interval between effort and dreams. You may rest without earning rest. You may be carried without understanding how. You may lay down the invisible armor that no longer needs to stay on. The night does not need your perfection. It only asks for your willingness to be held. I already am. I already am enough now. I already am allowed now. I already am safe now. I already am becoming still. I already am near the quiet center. I already am home in this moment. Your body may rest now, and as consciousness begins to blur at the edges, let these few lines remain. Sparse, gentle, memorable, like soft lights left on for the soul. The day is over. Nothing is asking you to perform. Your body may rest now. I am safe to soften. I already am. You can drift now. You can loosen. You can let the edges blur. You can forget the next sentence before it ends, and nothing will be lost. You can be carried by rest now. The night is no longer asking anything of you. It is only covering you gently, like a soft blanket placed over a quiet room after the last lamp has been turned off. Nothing more to answer. Nothing more to arrange. Nothing more to hold together. You can drift. You can sink a little farther into the warmth beneath you. A little farther into the dark that does not threaten, only holds. A little farther into the quiet that does not empty you, only frees you from effort. Let the body become heavier where it wants to become heavy. Let the mind become softer where it wants to soften. Let the day lose its shape. Outside, somewhere far away, the world can continue without your supervision. Doors can close softly. Rain can fall in the distance. Stars can remain beyond the curtains. Night can keep unfolding in its own silent intelligence. And you do not need to follow any of it. You do not need to keep watch. You can loosen. You can loosen your hold on the day. You can loosen your hold on the next thought. You can loosen your hold on being aware of every sensation. You can loosen your hold on the need to stay ready. Even if one small part of you still lingers near wakefulness, the rest of you can still be carried downward. The body knows how to go on. The deeper mind knows how to continue. Sleep does not require perfect surrender. It only welcomes your willingness to stop pushing. You can drift, like dark water rocking gently beneath a quiet sky, like a boat untied from the shore, like a house growing still room by room, like a final light dimming in the far corner of a peaceful home. You do not need to think your way into sleep. You do not need to guide each step. The body has ancient knowledge. It remembers how to descend. It remembers how to release one layer, then another still. It remembers how to soften beyond language. You can be carried by rest now. Let the thoughts grow farther apart. Let the spaces widen. Let meaning become less important. Let comfort become everything. Warm darkness, soft distance, a quiet sinking. Nothing to do with the mind now. Only the gentle downward pull of safety. Only the hush. Only the fading outline of effort. You can let the edges blur, the edges of the day, the edges of the room, the edges of who you had to be, the edges of the thoughts that once seemed urgent. All of it can soften now. All of it can recede. All of it can move farther away like distant rain heard from beneath blankets, like a memory fading before sleep takes it fully. You can drift, and if a thought appears, let it pass like a dim light in another house far away. You do not need to go there. You do not need to open the door. You do not need to answer it. Let it remain distant. Let it remain small. Let it pass on its own. Your body knows. Your body knows. Your body knows how to continue without supervision. I am safe. I am held. I am allowed to disappear from effort. Let those lines become softer each time they return. I am safe. I am held. I am allowed to disappear from effort. The night is deepening around you now. Not quickly, not dramatically, just gently, quietly, naturally, like warm darkness filling the corners first, then the middle, then everywhere. Like sleep arriving not as an event, but as a gradual kindness. You can loosen. Loosen from the need to notice. Loosen from the need to measure how close you are. Loosen from the need to stay with every word. You can even forget this voice. You can lose the thread. You can fall beneath the sentences. Nothing is wrong if you fade before the end. That is the way of rest. That is the intelligence of sleep. You do not need to stay present for all of it. You only need to let yourself be gathered. You can be carried by rest now. Imagine the night as a wide, warm sea. And you do not need to swim. You do not need to steer. You do not need to keep yourself afloat. You are already held by something larger than effort. You are already supported by the great softness beneath you. Far away, the world dims. Closer now, only warmth, only stillness, only the slow dissolving of the need to remain defined. You can drift. Drift below the level of planning. Drift below the level of memory. Drift below the level of trying. Drift into the simple, wordless place where the body restores itself in silence. And if a small alertness remains, let it remain. It does not matter. It does not stop the descent. Even with one corner of awareness still glowing faintly, the rest of you can sleep. The rest of you can sink. The rest of you can be healed by quiet. The body does not need your management now. The heart does not need your instruction now. The mind does not need your correction now. Everything deeper knows what to do. You can let the next thought go unfinished. You can let the next image dissolve. You can let the next moment arrive without meeting it. Soft blankets of night, distant rain, stars beyond curtains, a home gone quiet, the last lamp turned off, and you resting inside that gentle darkness with nothing left to carry. You can loosen, you can drift, you can be carried, you can blur, you can sink, you can sleep. I am safe, I am held, I am already falling into peace. Now even these words can grow fewer, even softer, even farther apart. Rest now, deeper now, softer now. No effort, no keeping watch, no holding on. Only night, only warmth, only the quiet intelligence of sleep. Drifting, loosening, fading, held, safe, enough, asleep.